Hey guys, the Minute here. I just leaving a little vlog for you guys today, as it is Thursday. Um, Basically, I'll just update you guys a little bit. If you ever see anything on my channel, say like the political crap, most of it's as a joke. Personally, I don't give a crap about politics. Because one, I believe the whole system's rigged anyway, but anytime you see any of that, it's out of a joke. Obviously, I believe it's rigged. I wouldn't support Anonymous, honestly. If I didn't, I may not know whose favor it's rigged in, but it's always rigged in somebody's favor anyway. So our votes don't make a difference. I personally don't think so. Not saying I won't go and vote, but anyway. Most of my crap's just jokes. So, anytime you see anything like, say, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I don't remember, one of the videos, I was making a political joke. No, it was on the first Fallout video, I made a joke. Or second Fallout video, I made a joke. Nobody's taking it bad or anything that I know of. But, just so you guys know, I made a joke. It was like, I said America 2016 simulator or something like that, because of Fallout and nuclear war, because that's a big running joke that's going on right now. Everybody, or well, not everybody, quite a few people though, believe that we're going to have an all-out nuclear war. Quite possible, but there's nothing I could personally do about it. But anyway, I say this kind of stuff as jokes, so don't take anything like that seriously. I'll tell you flat out if my actual beliefs and all that crap. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I piss you off, good. I don't care. There's the way I've always looked at it. Like say my Facebook, my YouTube channel. If there's anything on there you don't like, don't view it. Simple as that. I had an argument with my wife's aunt with that crap. It's like, you don't like what I post? There's the door. That's just the way I've always been, though. And Daniel just got up from a short nap. You can see he's still sleepy. Hey, you open those eyes. It is like almost 5 o'clock. You are not taking a nap. Again. But, anyway, take everything I say with a grain of salt. It's jokes. Just laugh about it and move on. Like I said, I was going for Bernie. I knew he'd never win because the way the system's set up. But I'll still make jokes. I'm against both Trump and Hillary. Everybody knows that. But am I butthurt about it? Hell no. I don't give a crap. Honestly, if I had my way, I would have moved moved out of the country a long time ago. Like, back when I first contemplating on moving out of the country when, I found out that the majority of Americans are stupid enough to vote for somebody twice that definitely screwed up. And it was the George W., obviously. I say obviously, it wasn't obvious. But I was like, I knew he was doing a shitty job, and people voted him again. Well, the system elected him again. Yeah, I was like, well, then... And it wasn't just that. I mean, I've always known that this country's been just going downhill for a long, long time. And besides that, I just don't feel like I belong here. And it's not a lack of patriotism or anything. I support the military and everything. What the country's supposed to stand for, I support. So it's none of that. But some of my ancestors come over from Ireland, and honestly, I feel that's where I need to be. Can't afford to go, but again, take this all with a grain of salt. It's nothing like bitching and moaning. again, it's also just because I only brought it up because of these people bitching and moaning, saying, "Oh, I'm moving to Canada." No, you're not. You're not moving anywhere. We know better. But no, it's the policies that this country's run on. It's the government that people don't like. It's not necessarily the country itself. That doesn't give them a right to disrespect anybody or anything like that. Don't sit there and just disrespect, say, the flag or anything like that. It's what the stuff stands for. It's the government you don't agree with, not the what everything's supposed to stand for. And but yeah. Anyway, again, take everything that I say with a grain of salt. You can always express your opinions. Keep it civil. That's the only thing I ever ask on my channel. Keep your opinions civil. Don't break down to calling people names. That's stupid. That's childish. You break down to calling names. Honestly, in my opinion, if you have to break down to calling names, it's because you have a lower IQ than most people. Because anybody with an IQ can actually have a a high enough IQ can have a civil conversation. I cannot speak. And yeah, calling names. That's what a 2-year-old does. Well, my 2-year-old doesn't, but that's because he doesn't know any of the words yet. That's what a preschooler does, a kindergartner. It's no different. But if you guys want to have a civil conversation, go for it. Everybody has the right to their own opinion. I won't get mad at anybody else's opinion. You want to post it down below or whatever. I'm obviously not the typical person because of my personal beliefs and all that. And I don't even know where I'm going with a lot of this, honestly, mentally. I am tired. I've got a migraine, so that's why I'm not looking at the phone. Because I have a migraine and the screen irritates that. So that way if you're wondering. But most of what I say, it's all in joking fun. I would have done the same thing if it was, say, Hillary had won or anything. Honestly, if any of them had won, I probably still would have made the same joke. Well, had I thought about it, that is. And honestly, I'm not for or against. Well, I'm against both of them, but I'm not for either of them, so it wouldn't have mattered to me. And from now on, I'm just going to try to keep political crap off my YouTube channel after this video. And that's not including games or anything that comes out, but because that stuff's in there, you can't help that. And sometimes they're fun, like that Trump was fun, just pooping on Trump. It was hilarious. I haven't found any Hillary games yet, so that's why you didn't see any of those. It wasn't the fact that I wouldn't have played them, I just didn't see any. So if you guys know of any, I'll play them, just to even up the board. I don't care. Just post a link and I will try to find it and see if my computer will run it, because I have a low grade computer right now. I'm hoping with taxes that I can get a better gaming PC. So, and Daniel went out again. Sleepy dog. Yeah, my kid's a dog. Sleepy baby. What time is it? It's 4:49, so it wasn't even quite 5 o'clock. But anyway, it's all in fun, so don't take any of that seriously. If I was serious about it, I would be slurring hate speech and everything like that, and I don't do that. Not that I generally do that anyway. To me, it's not, there's not, okay, here's what I believe. The president's just basically a puppet that Rothschild and a couple of the other billionaires are controlling. And I don't care if Trump says he's not bought. You know what? He may not be physically bought, but I believe it was his, I know it was his daughter, but it was either Rockefeller's son or grandson or something like that. Dated Ivanka, or however the hell you say her name, Ivana. They dated at one time. I don't know if they still do, but there's your tie-in right there. And they have been tied into every election for like the past 100 years or something like that. I don't know the exact details, but they're the ones who actually run the country. That's pretty much it. That's exactly how I believe it works. And that's why you've not really seen huge changes. People are looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm talking for a video, and they can't see I'm using the video. But that's why you haven't seen too many big changes for a long time. Like yeah. You've seen a few changes. Like, honestly, I'll be glad to get rid of that stupid Obamacare. There's no reason to force us to have health insurance. It's dumb. There's some of us that can't afford it. Hell, my wife can't afford the insurance through her work, which is $170 a month, which to some people that's not a lot, but in our area, that's like almost half of our rent is about $546, which isn't a lot for some places, but around here, that's about average around here. Because you can get a house for like 20-30 grand for a small 2-bedroom house. You could get a 1-bedroom cheaper than that. And most of them, almost all of them need work for that, but that's livable condition. And anyway, so roughly 170, you might as well say 546, you just say 550. So that's like a quarter of our rent, a little over. I don't know, I'm not good with percentages. Anyway, off of that. So, it's expensive. And that was for like a basic policy. That wasn't for anything extraordinary. For like everything covered and all that, it's like about $300. And that's for all three of us. Again, it's not too bad, but with just her working, and the reason I'm not working is because, one, we don't trust babysitters. There's just too much crap that goes on in the world anymore. And two, the average babysitter gets paid about $15 an hour. That's more than what she makes here. I say here. 17 Windows is where she works. That's more than what she makes there. She makes like $11.80 an hour, which is good for our area. But so if I was to go and work, I would have to find something that would be making at least $20 an hour or something to even be worth getting a babysitter. Because $15 an hour is ridiculous for someone to watch a kid for a few hours. Hell, if I was licensed, it probably... I don't think I could handle that many kids at once, but... But, anyway, you see so much crap going on. That's my main issue. It's not really necessarily the money, because we could probably find one cheaper, and you can get health assistance with it, but, you just can't trust them anymore. Oh, I know, my video's all over the place. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Ah. Right back out. Hey, sleepy baby. He's going to go right back to sleep, I bet. But that's basically why, well, one of the reasons I don't work. I've also got arthritis in both my knees and in my back, but I would work around that. And no, I'm not going to file disability or anything like that. I don't believe, there's people who need it more than I do, because I know I can work if I need to. I have done it. Most of my problems are because I'm overweight. I know that. And eventually, what my plan is here, when he starts kindergarten, I say kindergarten because preschool, they only go for a couple hours a day. I mean, you can have them going all day, but then they only go a couple days a week. Once he starts kindergarten, if we don't have another one by then, then I will be trying to find a job that works with the school hours and all that. It would be ideal. Because there's no company around here that offers babysitting or anything like that. And they just don't. Except for, like, the YMCA, which they just call the rec center now. And I don't think they offer it for employees. They just offer it for people working out there. But anyway, I know, like I said, I know this vlog's just done all over the place, and there's just a lot to discuss. And then I brain fart a lot. Brain doesn't want to work, and that didn't really make a difference. It's getting too dark outside. It really doesn't look that dark. It's a nice sunset. But, yeah, just a lot of things on my mind lately. And then, we've tried both of us working before he was born. Nothing ever freaking got cleaned. Because I was working night shift, she was working day shift at that point. And nothing ever got cleaned. Especially when she was the one to stay at home, because she's just lazy. But, when she was the one, because we tried her being stay-at-home parent instead of me. And she was too lazy to clean or anything like that. She's more the working type. And it drove her nuts to be at home all the time. So, that's how we came about that decision. There's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home parent. There's really not. Honestly, it's a harder job than when I've worked in factories, I've roofed, detasseled, I've done quite a bit of crap. Fast food. And being a stay-at-home parent is a lot more difficult. One, it's a 24-hour job. Well, job per se. And you don't get paid for it. Well, some people do because they want to live off of welfare, and I refuse to do that unless we absolutely have to. I think welfare is one of those things that you should only be able to get temporarily, and only if you're currently looking for work. Or if you're on layoff, I could see that. If unemployment's not enough. And I'm talking welfare like they're paying everything. We get assistance, we get food stamps, and a little help with our rent. But unfortunately, that's the economy we live in. If they didn't take out any taxes, we would be doing just fine. I mean, well, not just fine, but we wouldn't need assistance. And that's where most of the problem comes in this country, is the taxes. Because the government thinks they're entitled, and they're not. That's part of the reason we rent, because then we don't have to pay property taxes. But yeah, I have been on it. Whoop, dropping my phone. I know I've been on a little bit of a rant. And Daniel's out again, of course. Hey, sleepy baby. Snore, snore, snore. Oy, that kid. But anyhow, that's essentially why I'm the stay-at-home parent. And we've tried with me to have a part-time job as well. Basically, that worked with a couple little things. Basically, it worked so my mom could actually watch him, and my mom could watch him, and then I was working a little bit. But that place just wasn't giving me the hours, and they stretch it way too thin for minimum wage. But I was working Taco Bell. They make you work 4 or 5 jobs, and for minimum wage, it's not worth that. So I can see why some of them were asking for $15 an hour. I don't think they deserve that. I do think minimum wage needs to go up, though. But if you account for inflation, it should be about $11 an hour. But that's just because of the prices of inflation, and the minimum wage hasn't kept up to it. But still, it wouldn't be worth it. Yeah. Anyway, I've bored you guys long enough, so these are just opinions and jokes and crap. So, in summary, that's pretty much all this channel is. I'll give you my opinions. I'll joke, laugh. I'll make fun of myself quite a bit. I usually do. And hell, I'll even occasionally comment, make fun of my friends, and give them crap. And it's just my sense of humor. And I can tell you, with my sense of humor, I've already told my wife, and I've got to have it legally done, written down and all that. When I die, I want them to dress me as goofy as possible in the casket. I want like a colander on my head or whatever, just something that will give people one last laugh, and that's just because of the way I am. I love making people laugh and everything, so I may not be funny a lot of the time. A lot of them are what a lot of people would call dad jokes. And random crap that pops in my head. That happens a lot. But that's just the type of person I am, so that's what I want. Anyway, guys, I've bored you guys long enough, so I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.